which is that technology goes through various phases of adoption by different people. Jeffrey Moore actually articulated and developed this concept, which is the TALC, the Technology Adoption Life Cycle. And in a sense, it says, when a new technology arrives, usually it's going to be adopted by people who are early adopters. I am an early adopter. I love any new technology. If you look at my phone, you're going to see all the apps of the startup at the Venture Lab. I love to play with this, give feedback. Okay, I'm an early adopter. Then the early adopter are important because they actually give technical feedback to a few people. But what you want to do is that you want to actually, once you get technology that quote-unquote works okay, start working with people who can see the value of what you're developing and being able to actually take it, embrace the technology, even though it's not perfect, because you believe you can do something new. And Jeffrey Moore called this the visionary, okay? And it's very important to identify on your customers who are the visionaries. Of course, a new technology like Web3 or a number of those are not going to be adopted by the big majority of everyone. So understanding where the technology is and whom you need to target is very important.
Very important.
Once you satisfy the visionaries, and usually they are the guys which are going to give you, and this is the concept of pivoting, they are going to give you a lot of insight, like if you add this thing, or if you have this packaging, or if you think, then I can really use this and I can have an edge over some other people. I'll come back to Web3 because not at the MOOC XYZ, but the one before, I actually introduced the team of MOOC XYZ to a Zurich-based company which had developed Web3 capabilities to be able to do customer acquisition while disintermediating the Google, the Twitter, and the Facebook. And it's a guy who came in and said, look, if I could actually apply what is the premises of Web3, but at this and this and this, then I know that I can achieve something over the other guys, because suddenly I lower my cost of acquisition and my product can become suddenly economically competitive. You want, as someone who comes with specific technology, to identify these guys who understand the product is not finished, but they can tell you what's really important and what to do. Once you are past this phase of working with visionary, comes the famous chasm, and this is where a lot of companies can be struck. And what Jeffrey Moore in his book articulates is that to do this, you have to change your mindset, probably stop listening to individual people, start working on what he called the bowling concept, which is to segment the market and understand all the constituents you need to bring to come with a complete product and meet the requirements of specific domains. So you got some references, the technology is working, but you've been doing what I would call a one-to-one project. Now you move and you say, I want to address a specific market and I want more people to look at this. So I need to assemble all the team of people that are going to be important to take this technology to the next step. And this is what he called the bowling alley. And he says you first work on the bowling, you first on the first bowling, which you think of course is the one that will make all the other fall down. And if you do this, suddenly you move to the next phase, which is what he called the tornado. Okay? And tornado is when everyone starts having, an EV car. Everyone wants to have, use generative AI to write some documents and so on. That's when something starts happening. Okay? Then you got later phases where you need to start reducing the expenses, divesting. But what you see is that you need to understand if you're going to be selling to techies who love the technology, if you're going to be selling to people who can really see the value, and then if you're going to have to move to people who are more what Jeff Moore called pragmatists.